So in today's video, we're gonna be doing a little bit of an investigation. I don't know if you've noticed, but the Sims 4 team are actually really sneaky about getting clues and hints for future packs. I was having a read through some of the items from the Werewolves pack, and I realized there was references to high school. And a couple of weeks after Werewolves came out, the high school pack was announced. So going with this train of thought, I'm gonna be looking through the high school items to see what the future packs might be. This is just gonna make much more sense when we jump into game. So this bunk bed came with Werewolves, and in the description it says something, sleeping on it will have you feeling as delighted as your 9th grade science teacher. Apparently, according to Google, 9th grade is freshman year, the first year of high school, and shortly after the launch of the Werewolves pack, the high school pack was announced. And this isn't the first time. I think Lil Simsy, Dr. Gluon, English Simmer have all identified little Easter eggs and hints to future packs in the description of items. So this is nothing new, but let's go and have a look through the items of the high school pack to guess future packs. So I'm gonna filter by the high school years pack alone, and let's see what we can find. Ooh, okay, so I have found 4 categories of potential themes for packs in The Sims 4. Some of them are a little bit stronger than others, but let me walk you through them and then we can discuss at the end. All right, the first one, only 2 items that I could find, but the references are just weird. Both of these 2 items talk a lot about water in their descriptions. Here it says something about dunk tanks and a big splash, and it just seems kind of out of place for the object itself. And this one here, Saved by the Chair, talks about in case of a water landing, the entire chair can be used as a flotation device. And then it starts going on about how you should wear a seatbelt, inflatables, things like that. So clearly both of them have water references. Nothing really springs to mind about a Sims 4 pack related to water. I think boats would be an amazing addition, but I don't think a boat pack would be on its own. So it could be maybe an addition to another pack, but I don't think it's enough to justify a game pack, for example. However, I could see something like the addition of being able to build on water, like houseboats. Could also see a potential for a revamp of pools, curved pools, maybe more pool features. It feels interesting, but considering it's only 2 items, I'm the least confident about this one. Okay, the next theme only has 4 items, but I'm pretty confident in that we will be getting a music-related pack in the future. The title of both of these items, Drum Beat Coffee Table and Beat Seat Pro. Obviously, there's a drum reference. This item here talks specifically about not having space in your room for a drum kit. Fred Zeppelin, the beat seat, drumsticks not included. There's a lot of drum references. And then, of course, we have the vinyls and the CDs here, which obviously do link to high school and teen room decor, but I think it plays in nicely with a band-themed pack. My prediction is that this could be a game pack coming out probably next, because there have been previous hints to this as well. All right, the next one here is super weird. And I think you can already tell where I'm going with this because of the random egg and eggs on toast carpets that we got in the high school pack. It's so funny because at the time I didn't really think anything of it, but now it just is super weird. Why? I don't think anyone is ever going to use these in their builds. The item is called Rog Hungry, which is strange because the first swatch has nothing to do with food, and actually neither do any of the other swatches. It's just these 2 that are super random. In the description, may I take your rug order, please? Yes, I'll have 1 rug over easy. Just a really weird link to carpets and rugs. I don't understand. So that's kind of what got me intrigued at the beginning. And I have found a bunch of other items referencing food. A lot of them are sweet food specifically. So we have the waffle back chair and the single serve hammock. This is called the Pop Cart, which I think is genius, like Pop-Tart. Again, a breakfast food. The thrifted floor shelf talks specifically about hiding those snacks. No, hang on. No, I have the wrong one. I have the wrong one. This one. There you go. A great place to keep those midnight snacks out of reach from those hungry little ones. None of the other modular pieces talk about food, only this one. So that one's more midnight snacks. Another breakfast food item, the bread and butter toaster clock. I've never seen a toaster clock like this before. Just another one of those random items, but again, breakfast food could have some link. The classroom shelf here talks about chocolate, I believe, and it's super random. Paper pens and some chocolate to recover from a long day of class. The chocolate is just unnecessary. I certainly didn't store chocolate in my cupboard. I don't know, maybe I was the odd one out, but it just is kind of a weird link to put in a description of a wardrobe or a cabinet. Then this desk here references cup of noodles. And again at the end, complete with plenty of drawer space to hide your snacks from your younger siblings. So these two reference hiding snacks. And actually, so does this one. These three reference hiding snacks. I don't know, it just is so weird. I know food and snacks was a fairly big part of my teen years. I really liked food and chocolate and cake and pizza and stuff, but I don't know if it should play as big of a role as all of these items. And then this one here, the pile of junk, which if you look, none of these items are related to food, right? Nothing here is food. You have clothes, shoes, books, socks, bag. But in the description, it says at the bottom, but remember to wash those hands before dinner. Like, where did that come from? That just seems so random again. It doesn't seem like they need to make any reference to food with this pile of trash. So I don't know. I feel like there's something here. I kind of don't think we're going to get another food related pack, especially because we have Dine Out, which kind of covers all the bases. We have a fairly decent chef's career and a pretty extended menu, which I know they're adding to all the time to be more culturally representative. But I don't know. I just think that the food references here, there's just too much for them not to be teasing at something. So my first thought is we're getting a Dine Out refresh. We obviously know Dine Out needs a big revamp. It's a great pack, but it just doesn't work a lot of the time. It hasn't worked clearly in my Disney Legacy Challenge. I'm not too sure why there's so many breakfast references. The waffle, bread and butter, eggs, toast. That seems a little bit strange. Pop-Tart as well. But I don't know. I don't think they could justify launching another food-related pack before they fix Dine Out at least. And then last but not least is one that I'm not too confident with, but there was some references which I thought could be linked. And that is potentially references to a Generations pack or more specifically an Elders pack. So this bed here talks about Gramps and grandparents. It's kind of a weird link that Gramps was a pipe layer, something to do with how the bed is made of pipes. It just seemed kind of strange. But then I read something in the vintage decorative shelf. Here it talks about overly affectionate extended family members. Oh, maybe it's something like an extended family tree. Maybe it's not even necessarily a pack. It could just be a revamp of base game to do with an extended family tree. And then this item here, the parental stand-up comedy. Also just a really weird description for basically clothes on a hanger. And the description reads, fun fact, did you know that dad jokes are for moms too? Again, linking back to maybe an extended family tree or maybe a Generations pack, but I don't know, not enough hints for me to think that it's a full-on expansion pack. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually go through the werewolves pack again and my wedding stories and see if there's any other items that support any of these four themes. Oh my goodness, you know what I just found? Another reference to the high school pack in the door desk. At the bottom it says, making it 74.67% desk and only 12.3% door, you do the math. Which of course was just a few weeks before the high school pack was announced with a math class. I don't know, it's little things like that that I just think are so clever. And I'm gonna start doing these, I think, for every single pack launch so we can predict as a community about what's coming next. I think I'm reaching a little bit with these next few items, but as soon as I saw something that was even slightly linking, I just thought I would throw it in and we can discuss it together. But I will put my hand up to say I definitely could be seeing things where there isn't anything. This is just a little bit of fun and you are free to make up your own predictions on what you think all of these mean. So obviously this is a guitar with the werewolf pack. And that's nothing particularly special. We get guitars every so often, but it talks about rock stars and the future of rock lies in the power of the moon. So I'm thinking there is something coming with music. And then with our Generations pack, I found the planter here, which at the bottom talks about garden planters as a gift for the mother he dearly loved. And it brings everyone together, a sense of community, mother's dreams come true. So again, linked to parents and family. And then this one is kind of weird, but also really funny that they mentioned this. At the bottom it says, I named one Gladys, one Edith, one Doris, and one Earl. Oh, and over there, the basket is Bruno, but we don't talk about that one. Which is obviously a link to Encanto, which is a movie about family and coming together. So I thought I would include that anyway. Kind of a weird reference for the plants and werewolf pack especially, but hinting is something to do with family and maybe even traditions, maybe even elders as well. So So that is our 4 themes. This is just a little bit of fun, and I know I'm reaching with several of these items, but leave me a comment down below on what you think we might be expecting in the next couple of months, what your theories are, and if you have found any other Easter eggs that I might have missed. I will definitely be doing more of these videos in the future, so stay tuned. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm so excited actually to read all of your theories, but I will see you all in my next video. Bye!